Hey guys, and welcome to a new video about the Ice and Fire mod. It's been a long time, but I finally have the time to make a new video. So today we're going to look at the Myrmex. There's a lot of information about these creatures, so I'm going to display every topic we're going to look at with the time, and you can just skip to the part that you will need. Now let's start with their appearance. All Myrmex resemble giant insects, more specifically ants, with a hard armor and 3 legs on each side of their body. There are 5 Myrmex casts and they all have different shaped bodies. So the first one we're going to look at is the Worker. It has the standard Myrmex body. Its health points are 20. So that's equal to 10 hearts, and if he bites you, you will get 3 attack damage. That's 1.5 hearts. And if you get stung, you will get poison 2 for 2 seconds. And if you kill the Worker, you will get 0 to 2 pieces of chitin, 0 to 1 risen chunks, and 0 to 1 stinger. The second one is the Soldier. The Soldier resembles the Worker but is slightly larger in size and has a darker body pattern. Its health point is 40, so that's equal to 20 hearts. If you get bitten by it, that will give you a damage of 6, that's 3 hearts. And if you get stung, poison free for 9 seconds. So it's a lot stronger than the Worker. And the Soldier is protecting the Worker while the Worker is doing its job. And if you kill the Soldier, you will get 0 to 3 pieces of chitin, 0 to 3 risen chunks, and 0 to 1 stingers. The third one is the Sentinel. The Sentinel differs the most from the standard Myrmex body. It only has 2 legs on each side, and its abdomen has been modified into a long curved scorpion-like tail. And as you can see, it stands upright like a praying mantis. And its health point is 60, that's equal to 30 hearts. And if you get bitten, you get 9 damage, that's 4.5 hearts. And if you get stung, you will get poisoned 4 for 4 seconds. If you manage to kill it, you will get 0 to 4 pieces of chitin, and 1 to 4 risen chunks, and 0 to 1 stingers. The fourth is the Royale. The Royale resembles the Worker but is much larger in size and has a lighter body pattern. The special thing about this insect is that it has wings that it can fly around with. Its health points is 50. That's equal to 25 hearts. If you get bitten, that's 6 attack damage, that's 3 hearts. And if you get stung, it's only poison 2 for 3 seconds. And if you kill it, you will get 0 to 5 pieces of chitin, 1 to 6 resin chunks, and 0 to 1 stingers. The last one is the Queen. The Queen is the larger Myrmex of the casts. It also resembles the Worker, but with a pair of horns on the top of her head and a long sack-like abdomen. And as you can see, the health points is 120, that's 60 hearts. If you get bitten by her, you will get 10 attack damage, that's 5 hearts. And if she stings you, you will get poison free for 9 seconds. If you kill her, you will get 5 to 12 pieces of chitin, 5 to 12 resin chunks, and 0 to 1 stingers. Myrmex come in 2 colors, depending on where they are found. There is the desert Myrmex, they are brown in color, while the jungle Myrmex are cyan in color. Myrmex larvae are white in color and lack limbs and mandibles, making them resemble small worms. Now we're going to look at the spawning of the Myrmex. Myrmex spawn in Myrmex hives such as this one. A Myrmex hive contains underground nests that are made of resin and bioluminescence. These hives can be found in the desert, which we are in right now, and also in the jungle biome. As you can see here, this whole cave is made out of sticky desert Myrmex resin or desert Myrmex resin blocks. And if we were in the jungle, of course, they would look differently, like this. Now we're coming to the behavior. All Myrmex casts are naturally hostile to players and villagers, but certain casts, such as soldiers and sentinels, will attack anything that comes nearby. All Myrmex will attack intruders by biting them and poisoning them with their stingers. However, each Myrmex cast behaves differently from one another and carries out different attacks. Myrmex larvae and pupae are completely passive and will simply wiggle around in place. Now we're going to look at them attacking some villagers. And they're not doing anything yet. And you can see now they're attacking them, the villagers getting poisoned, and they're just getting killed. And now we are going to try and fight against these Myrmexes. The queen is obviously the strongest one, but we have the strongest armor, or almost the strongest armor you could have with the Ice and Fire mod. So I'm going to down here, change my game mode to survival, and let's see. Okay, I'm taking... Okay, oh, right now I'm in his mouth, or I was, now I'm again. As you can see, they do a lot of damage. If I didn't have these apples and this armor, I would be dead. Now if I take this off, yeah, I'm instantly dead. So they are really strong. So let's start with the workers. Workers are the laborers of the hive and will often leave the hive to forage for food and other resources right before bringing it back to the hive and storing it in cocoons found in the food rooms. As well as this, they will sometimes carry eggs, larvae and pupae from the queen's residence to the nursery rooms. They are the weakest out of all the Myrmex casts. And right here you can see a worker with something in his mouth. And that is something, and here's another one, there's a cactus. And they are going to bring it into a food room, like this one. This is a food room, and as you can see, here are the cocoons, which they will place all their found stuff. Now the second one is the soldier. The soldiers serve as the workers' bodyguards. So we place one here. As when the worker is running around gathering all their stuff, the soldier is right next to them to protect them. They are following them around and protecting them from nearby threats, as well as helping them find food by killing their prey near them. Now the third one is the sentinel. Sentinels serve as the hive's covert operations units and are the deadliest of all the Myrmex casts. They will stay near the entrance of the hive, assuming an ambush posture and camouflaging with the block that makes up their environment. Sentinels are lethal due to a combination of incredible attack damage and fast multi-hitting attacks. As you can see, the sentinel is attacking a wild horse, which for some reason isn't getting any damage, but you can see if that thing would be biting you, you will be long gone. The fourth one is the royal. Royals are the hive's means of reproduction. Upon leaving the hive, they will take to the skies and start flying around in search of a mate. Once two royals find each other, they will start emitting hard particles and will proceed quickly, fly into each other, fall down to the ground and start mating. Once this process is over, one of the royals immediately dies, while the other one becomes a queen and digs into the ground, spawning a new colony. As you can see, there are a lot of royals in the air right now, and they are protecting the base from above. And in the background you can see a dragon. And now we're coming to the queen. The queen is the sole reproductive member. She will usually walk around in the single giant room she inhabits, constantly laying eggs that hatch into larvae. Usually there will be only one queen in a hive, and without her, reproduction will stop. And the other members of the hive will stop working as efficiently as they usually do, leaving them vulnerable to predation. So if you kill the queen, the entire colony crumbles. And if I would spawn a queen right here, you'd see she digs right straight down. Alright, let's go to our hive real quick. And our queen normally stays right here, turns around and then lays larvae, and one of the workers will take the larvae or the eggs and put them into the nursery room, which probably is this room because here they're all the new workers and all the other Myrmexes. Now we're coming to the reputation. Reputation is very important when dealing with Myrmex. Forming a bond with them is important. Since Myrmex are hostile at first, the only action a player can take to raise their reputation within the Myrmex hive is to throw resin chunks near a worker. You can get resin chunks from killing them or trading with them. If the worker does not already have an item in their mandibles, she will collect the resin and bring it back to the hive, raising the player's reputation by 5. The minimum reputation one can have is always 0, and the minimum reputation one can get themselves to is 100. A good strategy to raise one's reputation within a hive is to throw resin all around the entrance of the hive. If there are many workers present, they will rush to and from collecting the resin and bring it back to the hive. This will quickly raise the player's reputation. However, one should exercise caution when trying to raise the reputation within a Myrmex hive, as attacking and or killing a Myrmex will damage your reputation with the hive. Attacking certain casts will damage one's reputation more than others. An important thing to note about reputation is that it is not shared by all players on a server. Throwing resin will only change the reputation of the player that threw it. If a player manages to reach a reputation of 25, all Myrmex casts in the hive will turn neutral towards them. Should the player go below a reputation of 25, all Myrmex casts will turn hostile towards them again. As you can see on the bottom, you can see that the reputation is getting higher and higher. That's how you know how much reputation you have. Alright, now we're going to look at trading. If a player manages to reach a reputation of 50, all Myrmex casts in the hive will become willing to trade with them. Trading with a Myrmex works much like trading with a villager, as you must give them a certain item to get another in return. However, unlike villagers, which use emeralds as currency, Myrmex use resin corresponding to their environment as currency. A successful trade with a Myrmex will raise a player's reputation by 2, and the following regeneration that takes place will raise the reputations by 1, amounting to a total of 3 reputation points gained during the process. Should the player go below a reputation of 50, their trading privileges will be revoked. So to show you the trading, I have dropped a lot more raisins, and as you can see, I can already use the Myrmex staff. So that means I'm allowed to trade. So as you can see, the worker, you can give him dirt for resin chunks, and you can pretty much give him almost anything to... oh, hey, don't run away. For resin chunks, as you activate more of them, you can get a lot of resin chunks from the worker. Right now there is a dragon which was fighting with an insect, and it died. As you can see, it dropped some resin chunks and some stingers, and the dragon is still attacking. He's eating all of my Myrmex. Unfortunately, I had to kill the dragon because he was attacking all of my workers, and I can't have that. Since now I have a reputation of 80, which means, well, now I even have the reputation of 100, which means I can start a new colony. Alright, now we're gonna look at the Hive Control. If a player manages to reach a reputation of 75, they will be able to control the hive using a Myrmex staff corresponding to their environment. In order to activate the staff, one must interact with a Myrmex with the staff in their hand. From there on, one can use it to delete certain rooms within the hive, as well as to disable the queen's reproductive abilities. By sneaking and using the staff, one can also add new rooms to the hive at their current position. To create rooms, simply shift right click while inside the hive to open the room adding menu. Should the player go below a reputation of 75, their hive controlling privileges will be revoked. And the last thing we are going to look at is the hatching and taming. If a Myrmex queen is hatched from an egg, she will be tamed to the player closest to her, and that player will have a permanent reputation of 100 within the hive she later creates. All her offsprings will also be tamed to that player. Okay, that's it for this video. That's all the information I can give about the Myrmex. I hope it's enough and understandable, and we will see you in the next video next Saturday. Write in comments about what you want to see another showcase. Alright, see you next time. Bye guys.